Welcome to episode 2 of the Good Challenge, or the Get Out of Debt Challenge. Now, if this is your first time tuning in this series, we will be aiming to take $500 and erase $4,000 in debt, while also making $10,000 profit and adding some sneakers to the collection along that journey. Now, we will be doing this with $500 buying and selling sneakers. Sounds crazy, right? What's good, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. Now, if you've missed episode 1, I highly suggest you go back and check that out to get a full rundown of the rules of this journey. Now, with that being said, let's get started. So last week we started out with just $500 and $4,000 starting out with the debt. So we bought and sold 3 pairs of sneakers last week, and we ended up making $146.69 profit. We took 30% of that and reduced our debt from $4,000 down to $3,955.99. One of the key elements in this, and if you are a reseller in general, is knowing what shoes to go for. This will reduce some of the risk when it comes to copying. Now that we're all caught up, it's time to do some shopping. So we started out at JD Sports on Wednesday just to see what they had. Now, they had a whole lot of Court Purple 13s. I didn't take as much footage while I was in there because I'm trying to remember to do that now. But trust me, they had a whole rack full of Court Purple 13s in grade school sizes. Now, I saw a couple other things, but what caught my eye was the Jordan 1 Low Olive Orange. Now, retail on this was $110, but I still had reward points, so I cashed in $4,000 and I got $20 off the purchase. I left only paying $95.40. I'm not shy about spending points, because the good thing about it is when you shop in store and you spend points or you redeem your status cash, you leave with your points in your account. And that's why it's key to be an A-list member, because you get 15 points per dollar. I went to a couple other stores. They didn't really have much, so I pretty much just called it a day. I went back the next day to see what they had. I was just about to leave, and then the FedEx guy came and dropped off a package. So it was a pair of Jordan 1 Low, the Shadow Golf. I ended up hitting on those. So I got to go drop those off by UPS, and then we're going to head to the mall to see what they got. So we just got out of the mall. Actually, why do I still have that on? Just got out of the mall. Stopped by a couple places. Stopped by Kids Foot Locker, Champs, and JD Sports. They didn't really have too much. I saw a couple things. I did end up grabbing a pair of the Nike Dunk High Up, but I'm actually about to head to another spot and see what they have. So I was gonna go by Hibbett's, but I ran out of time. So I actually got another obligation I gotta go. Is that Chipotle? But yeah, once we get back to the house, I'll show y'all what we got from the mall. So I grabbed those women dunks that were just sitting. By themselves, I could have made a little bit of money, especially if you find the right size. Now, the retail on these were $125, but with the help of some status cash, I only left paying $111.30. So you should start seeing the pattern by now. Then after that, I went to Champs to see what they had. It was pretty dry. I can't even lie to you. Either they didn't restock anything or somebody already came and cleaned them out. Now, the only thing I was able to find was a grade school pair of the Jordan 1 Marina Blues, and I think this was the last pair that they had there. I went ahead and just grabbed it. I knew I was going to end up taking some money or losing some money on it. The main objective was to build the Flex account up. So even though it was a loss, it was still a win. So with that being the case, I grabbed them for $137.80, and that brought us to a new balance of $258.18. So after that, I went to Foot Locker to check and see what they had. I saw a couple of sneakers that were there. Ran across a pair of Jordan 1 mids, the reverse bred for grade school. They look pretty decent, but it's not really a demand for them. I checked prices. Prices really weren't that well, and I didn't have any gift cards or promo codes, so we passed on those. And I also saw a pair of Jordan 6 Bordeaux and grade school, and it was the same deal. Nothing to lower the price on it, and there was really no profit, so I just passed on them. Then I came across these Jordan 3 Racer Blues that I was surprised to even see on the shelf. They were in grade school, and this was something I could work with. I double checked to see what the price was for the size that was on the shelf, and there was some profit to be had. Not to mention, this would help also boost the Flex account. So I grabbed those for $148.40, and that left us with a balance of $109.78 in the fund. So yeah, like I said in the last video, the name of the game is quick flips. I don't want to hold on inventory too long. Some things I'm willing to hold on for at least maybe a week, hopefully less. One of the things that I make sure of is that the sales volume of whatever shoe that I'm going for is high. So that means that there's a higher chance of me selling that shoe in a shorter amount of time. All of these sold pretty quick. So the Nike Dunk High Up, we sold for $179, and after fees, we brought back $152.44. Now the total profit we made from that was $41.14, which is not bad for something sitting at the mall. Using your status cash just makes that profit even better. Next, we sold the Jordan 3 Racer Blue for $175, and after fees, we brought back a total of $158.38, which left us with a net profit of $9.97. So with this one, we had a relatively low profit amount, but not every sale is going to be a home run. Some are going to be small, some are going to be larger, and some of them are going to be losses due to them being a strategic move for us to build these accounts up. And just as I thought, we sold the Jordan 1 Marina Blues. I didn't want to hold on to these because I want to keep money flowing. So went ahead and took a loss on them just like I thought. So we sold them for $133, and after fees, we brought back $119.04. This was a loss of $18.76, which isn't that bad because this was a managed loss. This was to build the Flex account, but I also knew that we will be making money that will offset this loss, so I would still come out making profit. So the next pair that we sold was the Jordan 1 Low Olive Orange, and we sold that for $129. After fees, we brought back $116.13 with a net profit of $20.73. So with all of these being sold, we now have brought in $71.85 of profit, but we took a loss on the Marinas, so we deduct that from the profit that we made, and now we come away with $53.09 of total profit. Then once we get the profit, you know, it's time to split it. So with the profit split, we take 30% and we pay that towards debt, and we take 70% and we put that back into the fund to reinvest. So we take the 30%, which is $15.93, and we deduct that from last week's debt, and we come out with a new balance of $3,940.06. Now the remaining 70, which is $37.16, we add that back to the pot, and we walk away with a total of $639.84. Now, if you've made it this far into the video, you got to admit you're intrigued. So if you haven't, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can also follow along with this journey. So I've already shopped in store twice this week, so now I'm going to focus more on online shopping. So it was around 7 a.m. I started, getting up early, started looking, just seeing what was available, if there's any retros, if there's any Air Maxes, if there's anything I can cop. A few hours passed, and then what do you know? Status exclusive access for the dazzling blue Yeezys. I honestly, I forgot they were coming out, but now you see how shopping regularly helps with you getting status exclusive access. This was on a Friday, I believe. The app was tweaking, and the mobile website wasn't doing too much better, but I was able to get through. I got a size 7.5, was able to secure that W. It was for pre-order, so it will come out of my account the next day. We ended up paying $243.80. I didn't have any status cash at that point. I just wanted to get in, get out, and make sure I had a pair. Now, with that being the W of the day, I didn't even know what else was coming out. I did get a tip, closer to release time, that Nike was releasing more grade school, they were releasing grade school dunks on their app. I think it was either the wolf gray, two-tone gray. It's called a couple different things. So I was like, why not? So I decided to try my luck. I went for them at 10 when they usually drop, and I didn't hit. I went for them again. The size I went for was a size 7Y. I re-entered at a size 4, and I managed to grab a pair. Now, the one thing I love about grade school dunks are they're such a low investment, but the ROI, depending on the colorway, you can make a crazy profit from it. And the crazy part is, it was like 8 minutes after drop time, and I still took the W. Now, I was able to scoop a size 4Y for $90.10, and to be honest, they both arrived relatively quickly. So after a couple days, they came into the mail. Went ahead, got rid of them. Now, the grade school dunks, they bricked them pretty fast. I mean, the margin was better before release, but after release, it was a very small margin of profit. I had to hurry up and get them off my hands before I ended up taking the loss. So we sold them for $121, and after fees, we brought back $108.30, which left us with a net profit of $18.20. Now, the Yeezys had no problem selling. We sold those for $319, and after fees, we brought back $285.51, and that was a profit of $41.71, which brings us to a total net profit of $59.91 from these two shoes. With the profit, we split it 30-70 to pay debt and to reinvest, respectively. Minus that 30%, which was $17.97, our new balance was $3,922.09. The remaining we put back into the pot, and that leaves us with a grand total of $681.78 for us to reinvest. Now you see how just within 2 weeks, we went from $500 to now we have $681.97. That's not bad. And not to mention, we've been paying debt off this whole time. So overall, at this point, I am ecstatic with how it's going. I've honestly been doing this every day for the past year, 2 years, but I wanted to document from a smaller portion of money how you can see how this can grow very fast. But don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more and continue on with this journey. Turn on the noti bell so that way whenever I post new content, you'll be notified. I hope you all have a great day, and I appreciate you for watching.